I don't know what I'm saying. I'm already regretting all my life choices. But basically, um, I'm not even fluent in English. I'm just pretending to be able to speak English right now. But what happened is, I had this idea and it sounded like a good idea. So I started to record myself painting this idea, and now I'm left with all this footage and I didn't know what to do with it, and I didn't want to put some music over it and call it a day because it's already boring as it is. And now I'm stuck talking to my iPad for something like 13 minutes. And did I mention I'm not even fluent in English? So I'm just gonna talk. All I want is to be funny, honestly. Uh, because I'm not funny, but wouldn't it be nice to be funny for once? My idea to be funny is just basically talking about everything that comes to my mind for something like 13 minutes. But maybe I could start by telling you what you're seeing right now, and you guys know Art Breeder, right? I don't. What I mean is, I never understood how to use it, and that's because I never cared. I never even tried. But the other day I was wondering what some designs from Jojo's Bizarre Adventure would look like if they were real people. The point is not to draw them in a realistic style, but rather to make them look like real people. And I wanted to start a series of paintings where I try to make JoJo characters look like real people. And I'm starting by Speedwagon because it's a simple design, it's a believable design. Next time I'm gonna try something a little more extravagant. I want to, I don't know, I want to paint Polpo someday in a very realistic style and see what happens. I have to say, I didn't know what I was doing, and part of this process looks very unprofessional, and that's because I was really intimidated by the idea of making this painting look almost hyper realistic or just realistic. But then again, the point is not to make realistic paintings, but rather making these characters look like real people. So just don't ever try what I tried in this process, because half of it is very wrong. Then at some point I realized everything was wrong and I just painted over it, and I think it turned out nice. Yeah, feel free to skip to the end, by the way. I think no, the only reason why I'm recording this right now is because I'm pretty sure no one is gonna watch it. I hope so, because you know how every YouTuber has this awkward era. Um, they just sound really shy in their first videos. No, there's no reason why I'm telling you that. Uh, I'm not gonna be a YouTuber, and one day I'm just gonna delete this video and everything else I ever do and just pretend this never happened and move on with my life, hopefully. But speaking of Art Breeder, it was definitely before the AI art we're seeing rising today, and I was very scared at the time because everything I saw in Detroit Become Human was about to come true. I was feeling it and I didn't like it. Like I said I would when I was too blinded by the fact that I loved the game's protagonist. I'm still scared that AI art is gonna steal my job someday, and I'm just, if I don't do something now, maybe there won't be a future where I can record videos I'm very ashamed to rewatch. You know what? I hope my friends and family don't actually see this, because if a stranger sees this, they're gonna forget about it. Like, we're strangers, they're probably not gonna care, and even if they are going to care, they don't know who I am, and I can just delete the videos and move on. But it's not gonna be the same when my friends and family see it, and they're gonna bully me forever. And still, I'm doing this for some reason. Wait, is it me? Am I the problem? Am I weird? I'm probably weird. You know what I was thinking about the other day? Many people don't consider fan arts to be valid artworks, especially like art teachers. But Even in my family, there's this idea that art needs to be original, it needs to come from you. But you know what? Didn't the greatest artists of the past only produce fan arts of a certain book called the Bible? Yeah, it was a thing back then. Everyone just made fan arts of the Bible. And now I can make fan art of Jojo's Bizarre Adventure because it's like the Bible to me, and you can't complain about it. I have the right to do it and to call it art. No, by the way, what do you think about fan arts? You think they count as valid artworks? Because in this case, I'm just really taking this character and drawing it in a more realistic style. But can a fan art have like a meaningful meaning? I don't know English, I'm just pretending to know English. My idea for this video was just to talk about everything that came to my mind. And guess what? Nothing is coming to my mind. My brain is literally empty right now. The only thing I can think of is that I'm getting English very wrong right now. And I'm adding another person to the list of people that should not see this video, and it's my English teacher, because I don't want my grades to drop. By the way, I'm Italian, if you couldn't tell. Actually, there's no reason why you will be able to tell, I think, unless it's something like in the accent. Do you say accent? I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. You know what's funny? It's actually not, but whatever. I was thinking that maybe a way to make this less awkward was by not editing the voiceover, but that's never going to happen. I'm going to edit it because I just don't know what to talk about. My brain is empty. You know what? Why do I have to be the one who talks? I don't like talking. Maybe you could be the one who talks. You could, I don't know, maybe while you're watching the video, if you made it this far, you could go to the comment section and just comment everything that's on your mind. Why do I have to be the one doing it? I could just stay silent for the rest of the video. Wouldn't it be very awkward if I just felt silent for the rest of the video? You know what I realized right now? Wait, you're probably hearing a lot of weird noises right now, and that's because I don't have a professional microphone. No, I don't have a microphone at all. I'm just using a pair of headphones. I don't have any equipment. I don't plan on being a YouTuber. I don't plan on doing this ever again. Actually, I want to do the Polpo one and maybe the Carne one too, because their designs are interesting. I'm very close to finish the story of Yakuza 0, and I'm not a gamer, I actually suck, but that game is so entertaining, and it's not only Yakuza 0, it's the whole Yakuza series, for what I know. They feel complete, you know, they have all the different sub-stories and all the different mini-games, and everything is extremely ridiculous, but I really appreciate the effort that is being put into these games. You know what? In the beginning of the footage, I was actually trying to make my canvas stay still, basically. I just forgot. Whatever. You know what? Since I didn't want to edit the voiceover, I knew I didn't need to listen to it again. But now that I decided to actually edit the voiceover and to cut some pieces, I will have to listen to it again entirely, and it's gonna be so awkward. You know what's gonna happen in the end? I'm just gonna grab one of those copyright-free musics and slap it on my 30 minutes of footage, and then put it on YouTube for no one to care. Because no one is going to care either way, and I'm totally fine with that, by the way. I don't want people caring. I want to be the only one to know about this. And you might be wondering, then why are you doing this? I don't know. I just have all these ideas, and they sound fun in my head, and I just don't want to keep them for myself. I want to share it with the world and then regret it, because that's the fun part, and I can't speak English. But yeah, I think this is going to be a series, because I really want to draw a realistic Polpo someday. And this is the point of the recording where I realize that I've been doing everything wrong, and I'm just starting to paint over it to paint the shadows all over again. Actually, the piece I ended up with is not so different than my regular art style, but I was so intimidated by the idea of making it look as realistic as possible that I just messed everything up. So yeah, now I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to think of the fourth shadows and of the cast shadows, and I like that hat. I never really tried to paint a hat, or if I did, it was never a good hat. I'm proud of this hat. I also think the hair looks good and the skin looks good, and it's because at a certain point I was not scared to go over it and do it all over again because I was really hating it. And I don't want to hate a painting of one of my favorite characters because then I'm going to hate myself, and we don't want to do that. By the way, I think next up it's gonna be Kakyoin because he's a quite a regular guy, but his hair is not necessarily simple. And as you can see with Speedwagon, I grabbed some references of, for example, layered hairstyles like wolf cuts. And Kakyoin, I don't know how to make that look realistic, but I'm going to try. I want to challenge myself with this. And you remember how the point of this voiceover was to be funny? I can't do this. I'm sorry, I'm a boring person. Why don't you be funny instead? Just write something funny in the comments. I don't know. Maybe bully me. If I could bully myself right now, I would. This is embarrassing. It's not. I am embarrassing. I am the problem, and I know it. So it's okay to bully me. I'm just kidding. Please don't bully me. Don't be unnecessarily mean on the internet. Not just to me, I don't really care if you do it to me, but it's very upsetting when I just find people being mean. I think it's because when you're on the internet, maybe some people don't realize that on the other side of the screen there's still a person with feelings, or maybe they just don't care, but I don't want to think that everyone in the world is an asshole, because that will make me lose a lot of faith in humanity, and I want to keep some of it. By the way, the painting is now done, and I don't need to talk anymore. That's that's good. I don't want to do this again. At this point I just made a new layer and lowered the saturation because it looks so happy, and we all know that the real life needs to look so much sadder than any painting, and yeah, that's it.